What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with TechDaily. So as you guys know, I reviewed like 6 or 7 different iPhone cases now, but the videos continue to get such great feedback, and with the iPhone 7 orders still being a bit delayed, a lot of people are only just now getting their devices and have questions regarding what case options are the best for their phone. So in this video, we're going to take a look at 3 more great options from Poetic for those of you still in the market for some iPhone 7 protection. Poetic was nice enough to send me their full lineup of cases, the Affinity, the Quarterback, and the Revolution. If you're interested in learning more about these cases and want to pick one up for yourself, I'll leave all the links and information down in the description so you can check that out. But without further ado, let's see what these cases have to offer. We'll start out with the Affinity, and if you're trying to show off that new matte black or jet black color, this is the only clear option on the list. The Affinity is a single piece design constructed from a combination of clear polycarbonate and shockproof TPU. It's relatively flexible no matter which way you bend it, but it definitely feels tough, and you don't have to worry about it cracking or tearing at all. It would take a lot to damage the case itself. As far as protection goes, the Affinity has quite a bit of that shock absorbing rubber throughout the case, and even has almost like rubber bumpers around every corner to help absorb even more of the impact and keep your phone crack free. And you even get a little bit of texture grip on the sides that will help keep the phone secure in your hands. Installing the case is very easy. It's flexible enough that it lets your phone slide right in and snap into place, and it's also pretty easy to take off if you ever need to do that. Overall, it doesn't add much size to the phone at all. It's relatively slim fitting and has pretty much just a simple bare bones design that offers maximum protection with minimum bulk. The case has a bit of a rubber lip around all the edges to protect the screen if the phone ever falls or gets set face down, and around back, of course, you can see your phone right through it. Looking around, you get access to all the essentials like the lightning port and speaker on the bottom, the mute switch and volume buttons on the left side, and the power button there on the right side. Around back, you'll see a big cutout for the camera, and you'll probably notice all of the fingerprints this case attracts as well. That's probably my only complaint with the clear design. It has a hard time staying clean and smudge free, but better to be on the case than on my phone. Next, we have the Quarterback, and sticking with the theme of simplicity, this is another really clean and simple single piece case design. It isn't clear, obviously, but if you're not into black, Poetic has a bunch of color options for this one. But like the Affinity, the Quarterback is also made of a combination of rubber and plastic. This one though is a bit more flexible simply because it has a lot of soft rubber on the inside, which isn't a bad thing at all. Now, you aren't supposed to do this. Like I said, it's basically a one-piece case, but I took this case apart so you can see what we're working with. The inside layer is a really soft and really flexible rubber that completely surrounds the phone from all angles, and the back plate is a solid piece of plastic to give the case some structure and rigidity, and also offers that interesting design pattern. Just like the last case, installing the Quarterback is relatively simple. Just slide the phone right in and it should fit pretty snug all the way around the phone. You get a really nice rubber edge once again to keep that screen relatively protected, which is awesome, and of course you get wide open access to the lightning port and speaker, all of the buttons on both the left side and right side of the device, and the camera and flash around back. As you can probably tell, this case also doesn't add much bulk to the phone either. Really comfortable to hold and use. It's not in any way intrusive, but still offers all the protection you could want, even being pretty sleek all the way around. That shiny pattern around back along the edges is kind of a love it or hate it thing. I definitely don't mind it, and if anything, it just kind of adds a little bit of grip and texture when you hold the phone. And just comparing the Quarterback to the Affinity, you'll notice that there aren't too many major differences between the cases. Their size and shape are very similar. Really, the only major difference between the two is the type of rubber the cases have, but both would be perfectly fine in protecting the phone. If you're looking for maximum protection though, the Revolution is probably what you'd want to lean towards. This is the only fully enclosed case on the list with a built-in screen protector, and out of the 3 options from Poetic, the Revolution offers the most protection possible. It's also the only case on the list that's officially a 2-piece design and construction. The main body of the case is rubber and plastic once again, and it's sort of set up very similar to the Quarterback, with soft rubber on the inside and edges and a plastic back piece for rigidity. Of course, you also get that plastic screen protector as an extra line of defense for the front of the phone. To install it, I put my phone inside the main portion of the case first, and then I clamped the screen protector portion right over everything. The rubber sits around the edge of the screen protector piece and kind of holds everything in place. You just have to make sure all of the rubber is lined up properly. Obviously, out of all 3 cases, this is the one that definitely feels the bulkiest, but honestly not by much. It's still comfortable to use with one hand, but the added thickness is certainly noticeable during use. On the bottom, you get a flap to cover the lightning port, which is a nice idea, but a little too tough and a bit of an inconvenience from time to time trying to move it out of the way. All the buttons around the device are fully covered but function just fine, and the cutout for the camera around back is present as well. Around front, you now get a big plastic portion for the top and bottom edge of the screen, so if the phone falls flat, the case is going to take pretty much all of the impact. The screen protector leaves the screen pretty visible, but I think my biggest issue is with the glare. The screen protector creates some crazy reflections, which sometimes gets in the way for sure. With all three options, you're getting a great case for the iPhone, and Poetic's lineup definitely has something for everyone. But I think the biggest thing these cases have going for them is their price. The Revolution and Quarterback sell for $16.95, and the Affinity sells for just $12.95. And the low price doesn't mean low quality. These are still excellent cases that I've used for the last 2 weeks and have had no issues with. Compared to a lot of other cases I reviewed that ran in the $30, $40, and $50 range, these are a crazy value for what you're getting. Like I said, if you're interested in checking the Poetic cases out further, I'll leave all the links down below in the description, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what case you're rocking in the comments below. Also, be sure to follow TechDaily on Twitter and subscribe to the TechDaily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.